Hello, teachers, and welcome. This video is to inform you of literacy research skills and ethics. As teachers, we need to follow and provide for our students so that they can be successful digital citizens. As educators, we play a vital role in empowering our students to navigate the vast amount of online information that's available to them. But we need to make sure that we're doing this effectively and responsibly. Why is information literacy important and why does it matter? In today's digital age, students are constantly bombarded with information from various sources. However, not all sources are credible or reliable. That's why it's essential for us to teach our students the skills to critically evaluate online sources and make better informed decisions based on this information. Some activities that I can give you as your tech coach to help with this. For our younger students, we've got K through third, create a scavenger hunt. Use a platform like Seesaw, Padlet that they can use to access, use some QR codes if you missed. But you're going to create a simple scavenger hunt that you can either walk them through on the board or have them go through with you on their devices. This will allow them to be guided to being shown the reliable online sources. So you're going to guide them through this. You're not just going to have them go and do it by themselves. You want to make sure that they're getting the information that you're providing and they're understanding it. Through the scavenger hunt, like I said, it's guided, so you're doing it with them. They can ask questions if they are confused or if there's a concern that comes up. But during the scavenger hunt, you can use reliable sources like National Geographic for Kids, PBS Kids, and like I said, have them work in pairs. While you're going on the board, them and their partner are down on the carpet or down at their table going along with you. For our 4th through 8th grade students, helping them evaluate websites is going to be fundamental for their research projects that they have going on as they get older. To do this, you need to be able to provide the students with a list of websites on a specific topic, including some credible and some non-credible sources, because the goal is to see if they can identify which ones are credible and which ones are not. While they are doing this activity, you will give them a simple rubric showing them, walking them through the process. Before they do it on their own, you walk them through how to make sure it's reliable and how to check to see if it's non-reliable. And this rubric would be simple, basic stuff: where the website comes from, who the author is, what year was it made, what's the topic, if the information seems legit or not. While the students are doing this, you can ask the students to evaluate each website using this rubric that you've just shown them. That way it assesses the authority, the relevance, and the accuracy of the source. For our 9th through 12th grade students, they are learning and moving to research projects. So use that to your advantage. Assign them a research project that requires students to find and evaluate online sources on a specific topic. Give them topics that are very specific. That way you have an idea of the websites that should be coming in on these projects. That way you can double check to make sure that they have done their job of finding the credible sources to use. You assign the project that requires them to find and evaluate these online sources, and then you have them present their findings and reflect on the process of evaluating the sources. That way you can see the full circle, see the full process that they've gone through while doing their research. Now, some strategies for teachers to support their students. We need to be able to support the ones that are struggling and that are struggling to understand the critically examining online sources aspect, which is basically the whole thing. But we're always going to have those ones that are struggling. So we have to be able to walk them through. For our younger kids, give them a read aloud and discussion. Read aloud a simple article on the website on the board and lead them, like we said before, lead them with a class discussion showing how to find if it's credible as a source. Ask questions like, who wrote this article? Why do you think it's true? What website did we find this article on? Does this website look right? Those are just some simple questions that you can ask during that discussion for our younger babies. For 4th through 8th grade, start the Think Aloud protocol with them. Model the Think Aloud protocol by reading an article on a website and thinking aloud on the board, working through how you think this website is credible or not. When showing them to think aloud, you are able to show them step by step how to prove the credibility of the source that they are looking at. Then you have your students work in peers to practice to think aloud. Their partner can tell them if they're doing it correctly. Their partner can ask them questions to spur on the discussions. For our 9th through 12th grade students, think about a Socratic seminar. Host this seminar where students discuss the topic and evaluate the credibility of online sources together. By doing this, you're not only encouraging students to ask questions and challenge each other's assumptions, but you're also having more people dig into the sources at the same time. So instead of it just being one person looking at the source, you've got multiple looking at the source. More eyes, better understanding. Now, when evaluating these online sources, you need to make sure that you are considering the following techniques. Check the URL and domain. Make sure it's in a credible place. .gov, .edu, .org, those are just a few. Look for the author and credentials and contact information. Also evaluate the purpose and the bias of the source. Is it legit? Is it one way? Does it have the opinion of one person, or is it educationally and put together? Check the date of the publication for relevance. Make sure the topic is new and fresh and new information, because information changes daily. Consider the overall design and usability of the website. Is it friendly? Is it cluttered? Are there spam ads popping up nonstop? Back away. Be smart about it. Also, make sure your students understand that while they're doing this, the research that they're coming and pulling from it still has to have those copyright and fair use policies intact. Understand that the copyright refers to the legal right of being able to reproduce, distribute, and display creative works, while fair use also allows for limited use of the copyright material for educational purposes. Educators should always provide the attribution and follow the fair use guidelines when using the copyrighted material in class, so just be mindful of that. In conclusion of this video, I really hope that this information is helpful to you. I hope it gave you some good ideas about informational literacy research skills and ethics that we're trying to make sure our students have. These things are essential for our students to succeed in today's digital age. They've got so much available to them. We need to make sure that they understand what's credible and what's not. By providing these activities, these strategies, and these techniques for our students with evaluating the online resources, we can empower them to become critical thinkers and responsible digital citizens so that they can have responsible projects in the future. They know how to state if something is credible or not. Again, this is Elizabeth Anderson, your technology coach. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.